XCR375 here, and just going to do a video on situational awareness, um, something that we as preppers and just in general need to be aware of what's going on out there. There are a lot of people out of work, a lot of people short on money and stuff like that, and looking to prey upon people to get their stuff. As they say, a lot of people were living paycheck to paycheck. So do not be surprised to see people being robbed for their food as they're coming out of the market, because people who have money or who are able to buy food from the market are prime targets. And people have a tendency to be nonchalant about stuff when they come out of the market and just walk. So I want to talk about situational awareness. So I got a friend that works at the local store. He sent me a text saying that they got eggs in, truckload of eggs, and said, hey, I better come on down there and get some eggs while they last. So I said, sweet, no problem. And went down there. It was two egg packages per person, two item limit on stuff. So I'm walking to the store because it's on the corner, and a person on a bicycle noticed, came up behind me, locked up his bike. I made eye contact with him, memorized his face and so forth. He did not look to be all that upstanding. So anyway, just spider sense went off. So anyway, I went into the store and got my fried chicken dinner, and also went and got 2 eggs. Well, kind of had a hunch somebody was watching me, and sure enough, same guy that rode in on his bicycle behind me was following me down the aisles. So I decided to go down the feminine hygiene aisle, and sure enough, the guy followed me. Then I stopped and looked at the steaks and went, ooh, those look really good. Then decided to walk along and get my eggs. And the guy was still continuing to follow me, made eye contact with him again. And he turned around and went and picked up a gallon of milk, and then picked up another dairy item. I watched him. He went to the self-checkout. As I was heading up to the self-checkout, I let him go first. And he saw me, then he turned around and went to the actual cashier. So, situational awareness. You have to be aware of these things now even more. So, noticing that this behavior was suspicious and strange and just odd, made sure when I finished my self-checkout, looked out the windows of the front store to see if he was standing anywhere whatsoever. Right now, the store has only one exit and one entrance open at the moment to control the amount of people that go into the store. So anyway, didn't see him, came out of the store. When I exited the store, did a wide swing to see if I could see him. Looked in the parking lot, looked behind vehicles to see if there was anybody standing there behind a vehicle, hunched down whatsoever. Looked for shoes, looked for shadows and stuff like that. So basically, I drew a little picture. There it is. And what I ended up doing is I exited the store and swung wide on foot because I was walking into the parking lot. And as you can see, as I swung wide, I could get a good angle of where the bike rack was and where the guy was, if he was going to be there. Well, the guy had left, and his bike was no longer there. So, just want to go over that. A lot of police officers and a lot of the military call that slicing the pie. The further out you go, the better angle you have of seeing what's behind that corner. For all I know, that guy could have been standing behind that corner waiting to, whack me on the head or whack somebody else on the head. Plus, at the same time, if you see him and you lock eyes with them, a lot of the time they know they've been had and they'll just leave. And if they come after you, you have time to draw and put them down. defend yourself. So I'm going to go over that, which I just did. So be aware, be prepared. Do not go anywhere unarmed. I myself carry the M&P 45 Shield, and I carry 2 extra magazines for it. I've trained on it. I know it. I know how it operates. I know how to shoot it really well. I've trained under stress. I'm not going to get into which gun's better or which caliber's better. It's whatever is comfortable for you and whatever you've trained with. That's not what this video is about. This video is about situational awareness and what you carry. So I carry that. Carry a pocket knife because you never know when you might have to cut something. Carry extra magazines. Carry a little flashlight in my pocket. A little pocket light. And you have to be aware. If something seems out of place, something probably is out of place. This guy just seemed way out of place. He was looking for probably an easy target. Take their goods and go off. Because right now, people are unemployed. They have no money. They're having trouble buying food. So you're going to have that element of people that are going to try to take your food. You know, they don't care. Kind of reckless up here where I'm at in Idaho, since everybody carries pretty much. So, but anyway, people will do desperate things in desperate times. Be aware of the situations. This was just one guy that gave me a real uneasy feeling. Listen to that feeling. Be aware that people will also, once this second part of this SHTF kicks off, which is the food crisis that's coming, people will use their kids and whatever else they can to survive. There is nothing like a mama bear defending her or feeding her cubs. So be aware of those situations. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. If you do go out, be prepared. Keep your head on a swivel. If something stands out, something's not right. Keep looking. Keep looking. Look for people's feet and shadows underneath vehicles. You can see that. Go wide when you come out of a supermarket to see if there's anybody standing on the corner. 1, you can see them. 2, it gives you more reaction time if they're going to try to do something stupid. So, now, home invasions. What I recommend is everybody should be prepared for a home invasion. One thing that I purchased myself, let me get this. Oh, shoot. Actually do a little bit of an opening thing here. When everything started to hit, first thing I did, sorry, this is on air, this is live, pretty much, is went online. If I don't cut myself open. Got these for the door frame. Screws in, bolts in to the door frame. 2x4 goes here. We have 1 on this side, 1 on that side. That'll barricade your door. It'll be very hard for people to get in. This is some really thick, tough steel. Got that. Got the 2x4s pre-cut. Got 6 of them. 1 at the top of front door, one at the top of, one at the bottom of the front door, and one for the rear door there, towards the bottom. Important to have these. Important to have the hardware ready and a charged drill nearby. So, like I said, pretty much fortifying your house. It would look something like this, and the 2x4 would lay across like that. Very difficult for people to come in. Impossible to come in? No, nothing is impossible. Just like, you know, the Titanic was a unsinkable ship. So anyway, if you can get them, but I think you're gonna have a hard time finding them because it took 3 weeks for those to arrive. So everyday carry, pocket knife. Pretty nice, sharp, so damn, don't want to cut your finger open. Anyway, get that. What else can I say? Check out your vulnerabilities on your house, your location, talk to your neighbors, know what's around your area within that 10-mile radius. If you have a little hood 5 miles down the street, you bet your ass they're going to start scouting out and camping out your neighborhood. So, for the people that live in non-free states, you might, and I say, you might be able to get bear spray. Frontiersman Bear Attack Deterrent. May or may not be shipped to California or New York or whatever. Good for bears, good for two-legged bears, good for dogs that continuously shit on your yard or lawn. Drives me nuts. So, get that. Reinforce your door locks. Put in 3-inch drywall screws into the frame. Just simple stuff that you can do, because the way these current houses are set up is they give you like a little 1/4-inch screw that just goes into the baseboard. So you want to make sure you get screws that are long enough that can sink into actually the 2x4. That'll buy you some time. Remember, this will buy you time to defend your house or defend yourself. Home defense, 12 gauge, 1187. Keep it nearby all the time. Semi-auto. Good home defense weapon. First 3 rounds in it, double-aught buck. Last 3 are slugs. First 3, don't get them. Slugs will. So, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you know how to use your firearms. Get to the range. Train. Train how to draw from a holster when you're outside. It's going to be key. Run through these scenarios. Okay, if this person is walking down the street towards me, he's continually walking towards me. All right, let me make a detour here and cut through my complex. Oh, he still followed me. That's odd. Why is he still following me? So, situational awareness. Get to your house, you know, tonight. If that guy was waiting for me behind the corner, I would have stopped, made my way around a vehicle to provide cover for me. Put something between myself and him. If he started coming towards me, I would have given him commands saying, what do you want? Stop right there. You know, don't come any closer. And if he did come closer, that's when I would draw. You don't know what the guy's intentions are, if he's going to rob you, if he's one of these crazy people that has the cerveza bug and wants to cough and spit all over you, who knows? So, try to keep something between you and the aggressor. Be the good word for that. So this is all the stuff that you need to be thinking about ahead of time. My area, saw the other guy walking down the sidewalk towards me. I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of cut across, see if he cuts across. Oh, he cut across. Okay, red flag. All right, let me cut through my apartment complex here, my little condo complex, and oh, he just stopped at the corner and looked at me directly. All right, I'm in my driveway. Let me get behind my truck here. I got something between myself and him, and let me keep an eye on him. Well, he saw that, stared him down, he saw that, and he went the other way. He continued to walk. So, situational awareness. You got to be aware out there, especially now. Always need to be aware, but times are going to get really tough. You got meat processing plants closing. You have vegetable crops and stuff closing. Farmers turning over their fields because there's nobody to buy it. People don't have money. People are out of jobs. People that just got their whatever $1,000 or $1,200 from the government, they just blew it on rent. They just paid rent so they could have a roof over their head. Still doesn't get them out of the hole of not having money flowing into their pocket. So people are going to do desperate things. Don't be surprised if you see people getting beat up over a carton of eggs. So, and this goes back to one of my previous videos, get your supply chains established with people that'll ship you the stuff. That's what I've done. So, get that established, or you should have already had that established. And if you can get it established, good deal. So, fortify your home, or have the ability to fortify your home really quick. Know your area, 10-mile radius. See if your neighbors are cool. Be aware. Use some basic tactics, like I showed you, called slicing the pie. Let's get that in there. See, you swallow the dotted line. That's what I did. I exited, swung wide so I could see what's going on, checked out the parking lot. Thankfully, there were only a few cars in the parking lot. But then, where you see the little arrow, I was able to see around that corner where the bike rack was and where the guy rode in on his bike. Bike was gone, he was gone. But walking through the parking lot, still kept my eyes and head on a swivel. So, situational awareness. Status quo is gone. So, anyway, this video is going on almost 18 minutes. It's one of my longer videos. There's plenty of other videos out there, too, that are really good also. Get yourself a reliable firearm. A reliable firearm, okay? I'm not going to get in, like I said, I'm not going to get into what's better, a Glock or an MP shield or whatever, or what caliber is better. Save that bullshit for something else. Get something that's good for you, comfortable for you, you're comfortable to shoot, and you're able to train with it as much as possible. You're already behind the 8 ball on that. You should have been doing this years ago and continuously keeping up on that skill. So, we're going into phase 2 of this SHTF, and that is the food shortage that's coming down the pipeline. So, get your supply lines set, get them hardened, keep your skill set up with your firearms. If you can't get firearms, try some type of spray. You know, some states won't even allow you to have this. So, anyway, something to defend yourself with. And stay sharp, stay frosty. XCR out.